I'm sorry, did my back hurt your knife? You've probably heard of that before. One of the best things about working with others is the friendships that are made. Often people we work with are simply colleagues, and despite promising to stay in touch when one of you moves on, sometimes it doesn't happen. But once in a while, though, that colleague becomes a great friend. One of the worst things about working with others, though, is the backstabbing that sometimes happens. Recently I had lunch with an old colleague who I now class as a very true friend. We got talking about how much she hates her job and how one person in particular seemed to be out to cause as much trouble as possible for her. Melanie is fantastic at her job as far as I'm concerned, well respected and liked by others in her department. But Melanie is very honest, not always corporate, definitely not afraid to speak her mind, which can make her unpopular with some of her colleagues who are simply playing the game and, in my opinion, feel threatened by her. I've had the misfortune of working with backstabbers many years ago, and I know how difficult it can be to deal with at the time. Looking back though, they all had one thing in common: they were insecure. I didn't realise that at the time, and many people viewed them as confident because that's the way they acted at work. But with the benefit of looking back on the situation with clarity, and what I've learned lately with psychology and NLP and things like that, I now realise that anyone who is confident in their abilities doesn't need to put other people down. Feedback is one thing that always should be accepted gracefully, whether it's positive or negative. Not everyone has the ability to give negative feedback in a constructive manner, so if you get genuine feedback, simply say thank you and take it on board. Maybe it was justified and useful, or maybe you choose to ignore it. Maybe you made a mistake, big deal. That's what makes us human. Just learn from mistakes rather than being defensive. Backstabbing could be about something you did that didn't turn out well, or it can be totally unjustified. Either way, if someone is saying negative things behind your back, firstly look to see whether you could have done anything differently. Secondly, and very importantly, forgive the person who is saying it. One of my favourite sayings is, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one getting burned. Yep, I know that's hard, but give it a try. If they need to put other people down, they aren't happy. They are insecure and feel better about themselves by criticising and backstabbing others. Next time you cross paths with that person, don't feel angry, just smile at them and think, I wonder what screwed you up so badly. Oh, and final added benefit is, in the word of Oscar Wilde, always forgive your enemies, nothing annoys them so much. Visit www.julia-harris.com to sign up for more tips for overwhelmed working mums.